So, how did you bounce back from your lowest point in your pursuit?
As an entrepreneur, we always have problems.
From legacy businesses to future-proof ventures, Harish Yarlagadda is shaping India's climate and sustainability story. Welcome back to Brunch with Boss, the tastiest way to learn from the bold in business. Our guest today, Harish Yarlagadda, the man behind Malaxmi Group's bold bets on climate tech startups and sustainability startups. Let's dig into how he is turning his vision into action. Hello, sir. Welcome to Brunch with Boss, and let's head to the CO2 brew house for a good brunch. And how's your day started so far?
Today?
Yeah.
Today, it started as normal.
Okay.
I'll be in the office by 9:30.
Okay.
Normally, I spend first half in the office,
Okay.
and after lunch or just before lunch or something, I keep going out, doing some calls and all that.
Okay. Do you have any ritual for first 30 or 40 minutes in a day?
Yeah, the first half an hour of my day, I normally don't want to be disturbed because I'll be reviewing the day tasks and the week tasks. I review all that and update myself, keep ready, and then proceed with other meetings.
Okay.
So in the morning, most of them will be internal meetings, internal reviews.
So, were you always a morning person, or did entrepreneurship force you into it?
You mean at the college days and all that? I think I'm always a morning guy only,
Okay.
and also late night guy. So it's all both, And entrepreneur doesn't have any timing or anything. So
Of course, I agree with you. So, how do you usually spend your commute times? Is it for calls, music, or just thinking?
So, when you want to be focused on business, you plan yourself in life, right?
Mm-hmm.
And at my age, I have all the things panned out. I'm not just under the ear entrepreneur, right? So I was here in this entrepreneurship for last 20-25 years.
Mm-hmm.
So the way I planned is that the office, my house, and my relaxation farmhouse, because I like nature, they're all very close by.
Mm.
And I'm also seeing to it that my children also will start living very close to me. Currently, they are with me, but as time progresses and as their families progress, they will be going out, and like to see if they are in Hyderabad close to me, so that I can me and my wife can meet them quite often and all that. So I planned everything such a way.
So, do you remember the last time you took a completely unplanned day off?
I don't remember any day that's not planned. That's one problem that my friends and family have with me, is that I plan everything and I want to stick to the plan. So rarely I have a schedule that's not planned. But of course, during vacation and all that, it's all unplanned, right? I let my children or my family decide what to do
Okay.
if I'm with them.
If you could have brunch with anyone in the world, who would it be?
Chandrababu Naidu.
Great. I recall you already had it.
No, I had a sort of breakfast with him along with other businessmen, but one-to-one I never had with him.
Okay.
I would love to sit with him because he's a person with a lot of, I'm just not a politician, he's also a businessman.
Okay.
So he is a man with a lot of vision.
Great.
So I would love to understand his zeal and enthusiasm in doing things and never give up attitude. So many things I came observing him as past chairman of CII, because we had a lot of interaction with the chief ministers. So he's one of those chief ministers who always surprises you with knowledge and with tenacity and all that. So that really inspires me.
Can't deny the
like
facts.
to
Yeah.
like to sit with him and have one-to-one meeting for at least 2 hours someday in my life.
Great. Hoping so it would happen very soon. So do you listen to podcasts? If so, which one is really,
That is one thing that I'm not able to do, listening to podcasts. I get suggestions to look at climate tech podcasts and all that. Currently, I'm sort of revamping the group so that in the next 5 to 10 years, I can concentrate on environment and climate tech. So that's the reason this is taking away a lot of my free time thinking and all that. So I wear a lot of thinking caps to understand that, what to do in future and what to wrap up now so that, it won't interfere with my other businesses. So I think this is one thing, that habit that I have to develop, listening to podcasts, because there's so much knowledge, available. I think when I get really focused on maybe 1 or 2 sectors in climate tech, I'll be concentrating on those podcasts.
Definitely looking forward for that knowledge as well. And what is that one book which shaped you?
Oh, there are many books that shaped me. So of late, I'm reading books on biodiversity, climate, and all that. I think recently one book that influenced me is The Donut Economy by Keith Rawat. So this pursuit of GDP growth by the countries, by the companies, by the individuals, is responsible for climate changes. So because today, with the technology that is available, GDP has a direct correlation with the amount of carbon emissions.
Okay.
So I think we have reached about 420 ppm carbon in our atmosphere, so it's reaching the brim. Out of the 9 planetary boundaries, we already crossed 6. So I feel that one book, and there are many similar books on degrowth and all that. So I think that is where I'm, getting excited reading some of these books.
That's a lovely conversation for commute. And let's head to the brunch. The venue is nearby.
Yeah.
Welcome back to Brunch with Boss.
Yes, it is.
Harish Garu, welcome to
Thank you.
Brunch with the main convo. Right, it was a wonderful commute down here. And what did legacy mean to you before you refine or redefine Malaxmi's direction?
So in those days, the legacy is to become an entrepreneur, to reckon with,
Okay.
right? So that was the legacy I wanted to create. So the pursuit was quite different when the legacy is to become an entrepreneur to reckon with. Of course, now it's different.
Okay. So, if not sustainability, what other space would you have chosen to reinvent in?
I think I would have still stuck to my energy sector, but then I would have probably, in those days, if you see, it is more energy dilemma. So, how to get reliable power in a sustainable, in a cheap manner, affordable manner. So, that was the whole thing, right, till recently. But now it has become a trilemma, because we know that this attitude of getting the reliable power at affordable cost has really polluted the world. And it has become a trilemma because now sustainability is also important. So you need to have some technology that is more sustainable, reduces less carbon emissions and all that. So before that it was so I wanted to get the power at the cheapest cost. Like for example, from thermal power, how to get combined cycle, which is more efficient, and even within thermal power, how to get super critical temperatures to get more efficiency, so on and so forth.
So how do you think energy industry is evolving lately?
Yeah, that's a very good question. So we are in the sort of a junction now. As I told you, it's energy has become a trilemma now. So I think various new opportunities are coming out. It's only for us to open up and then look at it. I should forget about the traditional way of burning coal and making power. Even within the coal, we can do IGCC, coal gasification. If you take the trilemma, then there is this sustainability, right? If you take solar, for example, solar is sustainable, solar is affordable, but it is not reliable because it is there only when the sun is there. So how to cover that, how to get the reliability of solar power is through battery storage. Same way, maybe pumped storage. There are so many solutions for that. So there are so many business opportunities for that. Same way, if you take hydrogen, before that, so energy is now moving towards molecules. So be it hydrogen, be it ammonia, be it methane, methanol, all these molecules are going to drive our energy in future.
Right. So the innovation part of energy, so we always have the energy there, but the challenge is always about storing. Like water, we cannot store it in dams, but power, lately we know how we could store like lithium batteries and acid batteries and some other phase change materials. What do you think on that space? Energy storage solutions, do you have anything on that?
So energy storage is the big thing now, as I was explaining to you. See, most of these non-conventional power are not reliable power.
I agree.
Because they are not available 365 days, 24 hours a day.
There is a downtime,
So that is where your battery storage comes and plays an important role. So, and energy can be stored in various methods. It can be stored as in chemical, like in batteries. It can be stored as kinetic energy. It can be stored as dynamic energy. There are various ways of storing energy.
Okay.
So
lately there is a buzz with around this phase change materials and all, the storage into phase change materials.
Yeah. So there are so much so much research going on in the storage, because if you want to have a sustainable power, you need to have sort of storage facilities.
Of course.
So that's why a lot of research is going on, and it's difficult to catch up with these sort of changes that are happening and research that's happening world over.
Wonderful insights, no doubt about it. Who or what influenced your tilt towards climate tech? Was it global trends or personal responsibility?
Partly the YPO, Young Presidents Organization, which I'm part of in the Hyderabad chapter. Partly when you move around with these guys, there are various groups. So there is some Planet Maverick group there. So when you are active in these groups, then you get to know what's happening around. Also, sort of what is happening around you also, personally also it will make you feel that you have to look into these aspects. For example, you are seeing now in Hyderabad, there are so many unprecedented rains happening in October, and it's flooding our city. So all this I feel is partly because of climate change, and we are going to face this over the next 2 decades quite extensively, and we have to see all of us, it's not just me. Most of us will try to understand that all this is happening because of climate tech.
I agree with you. So what do you think? We certainly know there is a change in climate and environment and all. Whose responsibility do you think it is? Is it policymakers or people, or what exactly the role of policymakers and people is happening on the top level or power corridors?
I think that's a very deep question that you have asked actually, and this is what we are also thinking.
Okay.
So it's definitely the governments that have to come out with policies because we, as an individual and as businessmen, we can't do anything, right? The policies have to come in. Like if you see, after we have signed some of these international agreements in the COPs, especially COP, Paris Agreement and all that, India has come out with about 33 policies to encourage reduction of carbon. So what we were suggesting to the governments, especially the Progressive Chief Minister Chandrababu Naidu Garu, is to set up a ministry for climate resilience.
Lovely.
So today it is we have a ministry called Forest, Environment and CC.
So it takes a lot of grind, right, to implement these policies into actions. How do you think Malaxmi Group is heading towards that direction?
Yeah. So what we did is two things, or two or three things. First of all, we decided to show our to show our interest and to show that we are committed. To show our commitment, we decided that we will dedicate some amount of our earnings to the climate as a non-profit. So the first thing that we did is we joined with a friend of ours whom we came across during our pursuit. His name is Mr. William Frederick Durr. So Fred and myself, we are developing, he started it and I joined him. We are doing this 400 acres biodiversity park as a non-profit. We also have a center of excellence for biodiversity and climate resilience. So that's one thing that we are doing. We're doing a lot of research on the climate and biodiversity. The second thing that we want to do is that we have an organization which was sector agnostic as an incubator called the Sedibus. So it went dormant for some time. Now it has become a sector-specific venture studio, but as a sort of a backward integration, we want to do a grants platform. So in the Sedibus will be a grants platform in climate tech.
Lovely.
Mainly AI-based solutions for climate, energy transition, quantum mechanics, and then also we want to look at the new age fuels, like like you said, you were asking me about the new age fuels, which will be molecules. So we will be concentrating on all these things, all these technologies, and what we want to do is take the ideations, ideas from the entrepreneurs and the future entrepreneurs, provide them the grant. Okay, we are still working. This is still on the drawing board. So Sedibus will be giving grants to about 50 to 60 ideas, which probably will take shape because most of these ideas, they need some funding, initial kickstart funding.
So India has the Jugaad culture. You are familiar with this terminology, Jugaad. So do you think it helps or hurts climate change or climate startups?
I don't know how much it will help. Jugaad will help when you're talking about technology-based solutions. But definitely Indian mindset will help. So you have seen that India entrepreneurship is very high. It's not just in the Birlas and Tatas and Ambanis and all those Adanis and all that, right? You will also see small entrepreneur, a lady having a shop on the street.
Micro entrepreneurs. Yeah.
So that is there. In India, it's in the culture itself that we have a barber who tries to live on his own, not depending on anyone. We have a cobbler who lives on his own. So we have lots of such entrepreneurs in the culture itself. And also because of the structure that we have, we see entrepreneurship in our mother, in our house. So I think those things will help.
Right.
And those things are helping also in India. It's not just the Jugaad.
Right. Since you're mentioning about this micro entrepreneurs and all, I always see India is and was pioneer of sustainable practices. We certainly never throw used t-shirt or used soap easily like that, just like that. We don't discard it. We try to take
Recycle.
lifespan. We try to extend that lifespan and put it into reuse or circular economies. And I want you to throw some light on this circular economy term for the viewers.
First of all, I want to just correct you.
Yeah.
It is not was. India was a sustainable
Okay.
culture and society.
Okay.
But today, because of what is happening around, because of social media, because of the wealth that we have created and all that, there is no ease. We are today, I think, more westernized than anybody else, right? Even the Western people.
Is it because rapid urbanization?
Rapid wealth creation
Wealth creation. Okay.
and rapid exposure to the social media.
Okay.
So everybody is aspiring, like for example, our fathers and parents and grandparents used to have something called, they were able to conquer something called paradox of choice. If you see their dresses, if you see your grandfather, he used to wear only white, only one color, right? And grandmother also used to have only 4 or 5 colors.
I
But
agree.
today, a woman wants to go, or a man wants to go for a party. He has to think what to wear, what he was wearing yesterday, and what he was wearing today. So many other things that he has to think of.
So how did you bounce back from your lowest point in your pursuit? Was there any systems to follow to bounce back?
Yeah, so I always, as an entrepreneur, we always have problems to face. So I divide the problems, I break the problem. So when you have a problem, you break it into smaller problems.
That's a lovely
And
insight.
try to approach each one of it one at a time. I don't get disturbed. It's an unsurmountable problem, right? So I don't get disturbed that it's an unsurmountable problem. Okay, initially when the problem comes up, I'll be disturbed for a day or so, but then I recoup and sit with the experts that are around me, be it employees or be it consultants or, I always surround myself with people who are as knowledgeable or more knowledgeable than me in their own field, right? And I take right advice. So the first thing I do is break it into pieces
Yes.
and then approach the problem and keep pursuing. I don't get disappointed. Of course, there will be highs and lows, and then try to solve the issue.
Right. Like you see, if you met,
Of course, pragmatic thinking is important. In all this, you should be logical and you should be pragmatic.
I agree with you. So if you met the 18-year-old you, what would they be obsessed with at that time? If you met 18-year-old you, what would you be obsessed by that time with that?
I was in 18 years. I was in an engineering college,
Okay.
right? So I was influenced by the communist way of thinking.
And
Even now, I have a socialistic way of thinking. But I was elected as the college president when I was 20 or 21. Elected from the PDSU panel, which is Progressive Democratic Students Union, which is the Naxalite wing of the student wing of the Naxalites.
Right.
And there were other RSU, DSO, so NSUI, ABVP. So I was very active. So probably I would have become a politician if I continued that.
So
On the hindsight, I'm happy I'm not.
and you were also mentioning in the other podcast which I was looking into, you don't need to be a real politician to be a politician. So you were saying like politicians isn't meant. It's not like just you could be a MLA or MP or some other panchayat.
Yes, correct.
You were mentioning that.
Yeah.
So what exactly would you suggest to the viewers to take responsibility on their shoulders, not just leaving it on politicians?
No, what I was saying is that a politician doesn't mean that he has to be an MP and MLA. He can be politician without those tags.
Tags, yeah.
Right? He can, because politicians are required in a democracy. We need good politicians, good people, good people who can think right and all that. So if you see that nowadays, there are a lot of people who are in political parties like Congress, BJP, Telugu Desam, TRS, so on and so forth. And they are thinking right, and they are able to, they are the think tanks. So we used to have this system, but it was in a different way. But now I see a lot of well-educated people also as part of the think tanks of the political parties, and they give lot of suggestions and to the political parties how they should drive, how they should use technology, and how they should help the growth of a state. See, ultimate in a democracy, they are the rulers, right? The politicians will become the rulers. A businessman will do his business. A bureaucrat will run this,
run the state,
state and the machinery, government machinery. But the main guys behind are the politicians. So we need good politicians, and they need not be aspiring to become only MLA and MPs. We should start this patronizing these MLAs and MPs. They are just representatives.
Yeah, you don't need to be power hungry. When you want to contribute to the state or nation's growth, it's not just about power.
Yeah, to be drastic, all these MLAs and MPs should be removed. All the security guards and all these gunmen and all that stuff. They don't need. If they are public figures, why do they need? They have to go into the public. If they are worried about their life, that means something is wrong.
I agree.
And it is more like a hype,
What role do you want Malaxmi groups to play in Andhra and Telangana's green economy?
So, I see, the pollution and the green doesn't mean it's just Andhra and Telangana, right?
Of course it is, yeah.
So, but by base is Hyderabad and Vijayawada or Amravati.
Yeah.
So I think in these two places, whatever we do, we will do sustainable projects which will have an impact globally. My intention is to find some solution, quick solution for either mitigation of climate change or adaptation of climate change. Even one, it may be just drop in a bucket, but still, the impact is important. So
Great.
That's what we are looking at.
So do you see climate tech becoming a mainstream asset class for Indian investors?
I think so. We have no other choice, right? Not just India. Globally, now everybody has to think of climate and climate change and convert that into sort of business opportunities. As I was telling you, I think in this planet, if it continues like this, polluting and increasing the carbon emissions, we have only 2 decades for our species, that is the Homo sapiens, to live comfortably on this planet. So if there is a mass extinction caused because of this, we will be one of those first species that will be affected. So people may not realize today because we don't feel the effect that drastically on our lives. But it's like a tipping point. When it happens, it will happen so fast and people will not get even breathing time to think about the opportunities that they could have gone into in implementing and saving this planet. So I feel that that's the time, it's high time that we start.
It's need of the hour, we cannot overlook it, we cannot put it on a back burner. It is need of the hour. All the policy makers need to look into that to amend their policies or any other SDG goals and climate goals towards, achieving the, keeping the temperature low. Of course it is. So if you could fast forward 20 years, what does your ideal sustainable city look like?
So, ideal sustainable city is something called argology.
Okay.
You have heard about this word, argology?
Please elaborate.
Archaeology and ecology put together. So, argology is architecture and ecology put together is argology. So, what happens is now our space is more than what is required. We are using the space more than what is required. Imagine a situation where the commercial, residential and retail, all of that come together into a small space. So Hyderabad can be condensed into a small space, the rest can be used for building the biodiversity so that the planet can sustain. So that will be the ideal one, but it is for a human being that is next to impossible, and these ideas have failed in the past. But that is the ideal utopian way of thinking for things.
I agree. Can you share a failure that in hindsight became a blessing?
I think one thing I can mention is that when I was developing this coal plant, I got the coal block allocation, and all the people who got coal block allocations went into a spin. There was a CBI inquiry and all that. Though we haven't done anything wrong, we had to go through the rigmarole. We had to go through the legal sort of
Legal
process.
tussles, yeah.
So it took me about 12 years. So on the hindsight, I feel that really helped me in the sense it slowed me down. As an entrepreneur, probably I would have done more damage to this nature and society if I was going in the same spree of developing, polluting the world, right? So probably on the hindsight, okay, it made me tough.
Has there ever been a moment you almost gave up? What kept you going?
When I was developing the Lanco Kondapalli power plant, they told, the government of India advertised and said, you need only 7 approvals to do the 7 or 8 or 10 approvals only to do the power plants, and please come and invest. That is the policy that came out in 1991 during P.V. Narasimha Rao Garu's time, with Manmohan Singh as the finance minister, right? So, but taking that as a clue, many of us got into power sector thinking that there are only 8 or 9 or 10 approvals required, and it's all single window. But you realize that once you get into it, that we needed 150 approvals, believe it or
my
not.
God.
And it's not single window, and most of the places it's a hurdle race. So you cross one window, there's one window behind the other. And one approval doesn't come automatically. If you want water drawl from, say, River Krishna for your power plant, you have to get at least 5 or 6 more approvals to reach that stage.
Would have been a nightmare.
It is a nightmare. And I was pursuing these approvals with the bureaucrats. And one of the bureaucrats gave me a title. I didn't get any Padma Shri or Padma Bhushan for developing these things, because I brought in the largest single investment into combined Andhra Pradesh in those days. It was 1,064 crores.
Lovely.
Single largest investment. Today it is nothing. But in those days it was a big investment.
Of course it is.
So 1998 and all that, right? So one of the bureaucrats who was a finance secretary, I went to his office. I was bringing such a big investment. He didn't even ask me to sit down. He said, why are you here? I said, sir, my file is pending with you for some time. So can you clear it so that I can go ahead with my other approvals? He looked at me up and down and said, where is it? I said, it's on your table. He said, how do you know all this? I said, I'm following the file. No, see, he's also a bureaucrat, right? He also came up hard way in life. He should realize that the guy standing in front of him is not a villain. But he called me, I don't like file chasers. And then I left. He didn't even, offering tea and coffee is secondary. Today the bureaucrats are different. In those days they were very arrogant and very
no courtesy,
because they were not used to the entrepreneurship, because 1991 the economy just opened up.
Yes.
We were more thinking like a socialist, right? Any entrepreneur is a bad guy. Even now it is there, but it has reduced quite a bit, right? So this is the title that was given to me, and now I'm not a Padma Shri, but I'm a file chaser. So I'm happy with that title.
Before wrapping it up, we will head to rapid fire round. Harish Garu, plant a tree or adapt a stray?
Plant a tree.
So would you rather live by a river or a mountain?
Both are interesting.
Both are interesting. Most eco-friendly Indian city?
Amravati will be the most eco-friendly city in future.
Okay. One climate myth you hear too often?
That the oxygen is generated by the plants.
Okay.
But majority of the oxygen comes from the ocean.
So given a chance, would you prefer private jets or carbon credits?
Carbon credits.
If not Hyderabad, where would you settle?
Vijayawada.
So most important, is it consumer awareness or policy change?
Policy change.
Okay. Your guilty pleasure food?
Non-veg.
Non-veg. One non-green habit you haven't yet kicked?
Minimalism.
Favorite season in India?
Summer.
Some luxury brand you think is doing sustainability right?
None of them.
None of them. Okay. If you had a personal green logo, what would it be?
So I already have a green logo.
Okay.
I will encompass the green logo with 5 circles,
Okay.
which reminds me of the 5 extinctions that we had on this planet.
Okay. Dharmavana
Dharmavana
arc is
mine.
something you
Yeah,
want,
we
right?
designed it personally.
Right. Right. Early bird or night owl?
Both.
Laptop or notebook and pen?
I don't have a laptop nor an iPad. iPad, I just have it in the house to watch movies.
Pitch deck or product demo? Okay.
Product demo.
One word description of your startup.
Sustainability.
First hire or first investor? Who was harder for you?
The first hire.
Most used app on your phone?
WhatsApp.
Remote work or office hustle?
Remote.
One founder habit you swear by?
Hard work.
A book or podcast you recommend?
I already told you.
Yeah.
So it is this Donut Economy by K. Rawat.
Yeah. Pancakes or parathas?
Not more.
One emoji that describes your current mood?
Happy emoji.
Call or WhatsApp? How do you prefer to communicate?
WhatsApp.
WhatsApp. 3 words your team would use for you?
3 words.
Yeah.
Hardness.
Growth or profitability?
Growth.
Bootstrap or raise funds?
Currently, it's bootstrap for me, but for an entrepreneur, I will say raise funds.
Hire fast or hire slow?
Hire fast.
Okay. Morning meetings or late night calls?
Morning meeting.
Okay. One tool you can't run your business without?
iPhone.
Speed of perfection.
Perfection.
So in one line, what's your company's mission?
Save the planet.
Save the planet. Would you like customer feedback, sugar-coated or brutal honesty?
Brutal honesty.
One word for your competition.
I love competition.
Would you sell your startup tomorrow for 100 crores?
Yeah. Why not?
Team lunches are solo deep work.
Team lunches.
If you weren't a founder, what would you be?
I love Jeffersonian lunches.
Okay. What's harder, fundraising or hiring?
Hiring.
One founder myth you want to kill. Nothing to recall?
Because
Okay. Are you an introvert or extrovert?
extrovert.
First job ever?
I worked in Delhi.
Okay. A city you love to work from?
In future, Amravati.
Okay. Beach holiday?
Currently, Hyderabad.
Currently Hyderabad. Okay. Beach holiday or mountain escape?
Mountain.
Mountain escape. Okay. That's a wrap with the rapid fire round. And that was Harish Yarlagadda for us, who is proving legacy can evolve and sustainability can scale. If it resonates with you, hit like, subscribe, and follow Brunch with Boss for more founder conversations. And a big shout out to our host CO2 Brew House and gifting partner Naila Airwater, and our ecosystem partners Octane, Star of Spirits, Giant Leaps, and our production partner Clip Hive. Signing off.
Thank you.